The next two properties that I'll be talking about regarding user forms is going to be the left property and the top property. These two properties will set the position of your user form when it loads in pretty much measurements of x and y coordinates. So this is going to be in pixels. Left is going to be 0 pixels, and then the top is going to be 0 pixels. The moment I click my user form and hit the play button, you'll see that my user form, no matter what, still shows up in the center of the screen. Now to get this fixed, what we're going to need to do is modify the startup position. So I'm going to close this out, and what we need to do is under startup position, change this out. Right now it's set so that it's at center screen, and we don't want that. We want to do this manually. So we're going to click this drop down box and select manual. So now that we have top 0, left 0, and startup position at manual, and we hit F5, our form is now going to show up in the top left hand corner. It's positioned at the top 0 pixels and left 0 pixels. Let's go on and modify these values so you can kind of have a better idea of how this is working. Let me close this out. I've also put the top to be at 20, so it's going to be measuring 20 pixels down. And we're going to go to the left position. That way we'll go 20 pixels over. And we'll hit F5 or play. And we'll see that the user form is now 20 pixels down and 20 pixels to the right from the start of the screen. This property is fairly easy to use. For the most part, at least I like to keep my user forms on the top left hand corner. Some of you may prefer the center screen, but in case you want to set these values to be at the top left hand corner, just simply put left 0 and the top 0. You can also modify these values during runtime. So I'm going to give you an example. I'm just going to click this command button that I created from a previous video. I'm not going to change the caption or anything. I'm just going to double click that, but I'm going to let me erase this code. I'm going to put me.top is equal to, let's just say 200 pixels. And if I also hit F5, right now we have it set to 0, 0, but the moment I click this command button, it's going to set the top property to being 500. And we'll see if the user form scrolls down.